Assalamualaikum and hello. Our group will present you about Craven Books case. Our group members are Nitya Prakash, anak lelaki Ganesan, A174001, Amirul Syafiq bin Kadir Maidin, A174127, and me, Muhammad Furqan Anwar bin Muhammad Rafidi, A174178.
A very good morning, Doctor. My name is Nitya Prakash, son of Ganesan, and my matrix number is A174001. Today I'll be speaking about stakeholders and their expectations or interests. Peter Craven and John Mentor were the major stakeholders in this Craven Books scenario. This is due to the fact that they are both linked with the firm. Peter Craven, the founder of Craven Books, wishes to build a new system in the firm and anticipates that John will prepare a system that will function well with their business. Meanwhile, the consultant John Mentor, the person in charge, was hoping that Craven Books might provide a clearer image of the system that they want. Craven Books was claimed to be unsure about their decision to support the system. After all, the system was unable to cooperate with the enterprise, and the corporation began to fail in a variety of ways. They lost many of their devoted customers, employees, and others. Following that, as the systems programmer, John Mentor should execute against the goals to assure the project's success. John appears to obey all the directions provided to him by the Craven Books team without question. As a programmer, John should come up with new and improved ideas to guarantee that the system is a success and make the corporation's profit increase. Next, main issues of the case. Firstly, putting too much faith in software consultants. Craven is overly reliant on its software consultants. They did not attempt to evaluate or assess the offered system in order to test its efficiency and effectiveness before implementing it. The consultants advised Craven to go with an existing system because implementing a customized system would be a bad choice for achieving Craven's purpose or objective, in which it would be like putting a third wing on a jumbo jet because the things was moving so fast that the desired results would be impossible to achieve. Aside from that, the initiative will not hire a monitoring crew. So, if something went wrong with the system, there will be no one to blame. Secondly, unable to identify a suitable business system. Craven Books management is overly ambitious, unable to decide the best IT system to employ and to establish a strategic plan prior to deployment, resulting in the selection of an IT system that is unsuitable for the firm. Because the corporation wants to be more competitive right away, they choose the system without even attempting to determine whether or not the system actually works. Furthermore, no one was in charge of the system to train personnel on how to utilize the new system. Despite this, the precision of the weight device implemented in the computer system always returned incorrect readings, and this flaw had caused the company clients owing to incorrect orders being sent to them. To manage the calamity, the firm had to terminate the majority of its employees and revert to the previous method. Craven spent around $1 million on this computer disaster.
Hello, my name is Amirul Syafiq bin Kadir Maidin with the number matrix A174127. I would like to present about phases of system development life cycle, SDLC. There are 5 phases. The first is planning. Peter Craven conducts a feasibility study to see whether a new system is required. Customers are experiencing and then searches for potential solutions, which include industry standard packages as well as customized solutions. Create a project plan and present it to management. Only after receiving permission will you be able to go on to the next phase. The second is analysis. Purpose is to acquire information. First technique is the less expensive option, but it may require alterations in order to accommodate the software. The second method may only provide you with a system that fulfills your demands if you are lucky. The third is development. splits the task into units and assigns them to teams to complete. Testing in an important element of the development process, and test data is created. Checking the code for semantic mistakes is a big difficulty in this phase, but it was left unchecked. Test data should include known findings that can be compared to test results. They failed to do was the end system should function according to the design standards. Next is deployment. Some implementations may require parallel execution depending on the scenario. In this phase, the end users are trained. Ownership of the project is also passed to the client. Gather user input at this level. The last is maintenance. Need for updates and enhancement will inevitably develop. Performance can also be improved by fine-tuning the system. Schedule updates can address security flaws. However, due to technology failures, Peter Craven nearly lost everything and this is doing so.
Lesson that can be learned from Craven books is always put your business first. Owners should consider business priorities over technology and need to simplify or rationalize business as much as possible. Owners also take the time to design and prepare a strategic plan before making a decision in choosing a system that suits the company. This is because all industries need information technology to keep up with other companies in the market. Besides, owners should uninstall the system that brings a loss to the company. The reason is a company's profits are more important than computer technology systems. Therefore, if the company want to implement a technology system, they need to do strategic planning such as hold a meeting between all the top management of the company and have sufficient preparation to implement the new system to prevent all problems. Secondly, simplify your business before computerizing. One of the reasons for the system's failure is over-ambitious management of Craven books. Unable to find the best IT system to use to prepare a strategic plan before implementation, leading to the IT system being chosen that is unfit for the business. Next, the failure of the management level of Craven books to evaluate the best system because they were over-ambition to rapidly increase the efficiency and productivity of their company. Craven book also unable to re-engineer their business processes in order to make the software perform more efficiently. This matter causes the business procedure was not then restructured. Craven books should choose software before putting the new system in place. For example, a project steering committee should be created and should involve a high level of expertise, both technical and operational in the software selection process. Thirdly, take one step at a time. Craven books continues to change their minds about the system they want. This is because they do so many things at one time that they don't notice the wrong that is going on. Next, the consultant modified the system according to the specifications that Craven books wanted. Fourthly, standard packages are less risky. Craven takes the middle ground and buys a standard package that can be tailored to the system's purchasing price, which is less than the anticipated amount they can afford. Craven books pack each other individually under the old system. This causes the time to be dispatched slowly. The new system they were attempting to construct did not pan out as they had hoped. This is because they were in a rush to rearrange the book back to its place at the hectic time, and then they lost the book, and the machine didn't know about it. As the system has all been completed and ready to use, Craven should just purchase the standard packages and adapt the business to fit with the system. Lastly, do not believe suppliers or consultants. Craven made the mistake of relying too heavily on its software consultants. So, they should hire a professional and experience. A good consultancy has valuable experience in one or more fields of specialization and can use this experience to benefit the company. To choose the consultants from the hundreds out there, Craven should conduct an interview session, have a reference check on the consultants to verify their background, and ensure that they have a strong background. Next, Craven's mistake was relying too heavily on the supplier. Craven should not rely on the suppliers. Suppliers can supply with the templates and the best practices that can take the company a good part of the way, but Craven still needs to define what constitutes success and failure, progress and setbacks, and also set deadlines.